leaf-shaped candle tarts, we're going to need candle wax, and they sell this at the craft store. You can buy it online. It says candle tart wax right on it, and it's important that you use the right kind of wax for candle tarts because it needs to be able to stand up in a mold. Pillar wax can work also. We like this candle tart wax though. And this is the mold we chose. This is a silicone mold that you could use for candy or baking things. You can make soap in it, so it has lots of uses. We're going to use it today to make these little tarts so they look like leaves. We're going to use 2 different colors of candle dye. You can't use food coloring. It's water-based. You have to use candle dye that'll mix in with the wax. We have yellow and red, and we're going to mix them together and make orange so we can make 3 different colors. We have an index card here so we can see what the colors look like when they're mixed into the wax. We're going to scent these candle tarts with our Autumn Spice Blend. This is a candle fragrance. Again, that has to be suited for candles. And we have a measuring spoon for that. This is a teaspoon. We're going to melt the wax in our pan. We got one with a pouring spout because we want to be able to pour into our tarts. So it's important you have a pouring spout. And finally, we have this candle thermometer. This is important for candle making because you don't want the wax to get above a certain temperature. That's the red zone here. So it's flammable and it could catch fire. You never leave it unattended when you're heating it. And so you always want to keep an eye on the temperature of your wax. This is just our chopstick for stirring. So we have our candle tart wax chiseled into small pieces here. We just used a chisel, like a wood chisel, and a hammer on a cutting board to make it smaller. That'll help it melt easier. And we've got it on our little burner here. I'm going to turn it on. And then I'm going to sit here and monitor the wax while it melts. We don't want to ever walk away from wax while it's on the burner. And I'm going to, as it turns liquid, I'm going to keep checking the temperature with this candle thermometer. And it's important that we not get into the red zone. We want to be down here in the lower temperatures, and we're really aiming for about 170 for this candle tart wax because of the type of mold that we're using. It says all of this on the package of the candle tart wax. So I'm just going to wait here for this to melt, and then we'll be ready to add color and scent. Our wax is all melted here. This is hot, so I'm not going to touch it, but it's nice and clear and liquid. It melts at a low temperature because it is candle tart wax, so it started melting at about 135 degrees, but we got it up to about 170. And now I'm going to add the scent. This is our Autumn Spice Blend. And for this amount of wax, we're going to use about a teaspoon. But candle tarts are all about the scent. That's the whole purpose of candle tarts, is to have a delicious smell. So you can add as much scent as you like. I'm just going to blend that in. And then we have our yellow and our red color. We're going to start with the yellow. And this is just a potato peeler for cutting off a little bit, some like carrot curls off this block. It's like a dense, waxy block of color here. And I'm just going to use that little index card to dump this color in here. And it melts instantly into the hot wax. I'm going to stir it in. That color looks pretty good, but you kind of can't tell because it's liquid still. So if you drop a little bit on a piece of white paper and you let it cool, you can see some of the color showing up there. I'm going to give it a tiny bit more color. A few carrot curls here. There we go. And now we're ready to pour. Let's pour a couple of the leaf shapes with the yellow wax here. And I'm just going to carefully tilt this. It's okay if you spill a little. We put a cookie sheet covered in aluminum foil here in case we spill. It'll be contained. But I just fill up this first one and second one. And then we can save the rest of this yellow wax now and add some of the red to it to make orange. Now we can add some red color here, this wax color, to our already yellow wax and see if we get orange. We haven't tried this, so this will be a little experiment here. I hope it makes orange. Ooh, that's pretty. It melts immediately. That's vivid. I don't think we'll need more than those little pieces. You can see here we're getting more of an orange color. Lovely. Now let's pour that into a couple of our tart molds here, our little leaves. There's that one. It looks like stained glass, it's so pretty. Let me do another one here. They might be red, it's almost a red already. But now we can add, we'll just liven it up with a couple more pieces of red, and they'll at least look different. We might have yellow and red and really red, we'll see. That melts right in there because it is made of wax. And we'll pour our last 3 leaf shapes. That one looks good. These don't take very long to cool because they're small. You can speed it up by putting it in the fridge if you want to, but we usually just let them sit on a level surface. And we just feel the mold underneath, and when it feels cool all the way through, then it's going to be ready to unmold. Our candle tarts are all cool now, so we're ready to pop them out of the mold. And this is a silicone mold, so you can kind of bend it to pop the tarts out, and it'll just go back to its regular shape. And you can reuse it again, just put a little mold cleaner in there. And there are tarts, and they are super cute. A little bit of texture from the mold on there. That's our red color, and we did the orange, and we did the yellow. So easy.